Hey everybody, have a little time here before I jump off the stream. We're going to jump into another premiere draft of Kaladesh Remastered. We might not finish it on air today. This could be a two-parter, could be a one-parter with a summary in the notes. You'll have to check the YouTube notes to see what's up, whether there's more action after this video or not. But there's going to be some action in this video at least. We're going to jump back into Kaladesh action. We this is our second draft. Our first one was blue-white, and we did okay with it. 2-1 in traditional. We're going to jump into Premiere here and see what the field feels like here. No sideboarding. We're going to try and, well, we'll go where it goes. If we end up blue-white again, so be it. But I'm hoping to explore some other archetypes that the format has to offer. If you're exploring archetypes that like Standard has to offer and you need some new material for it, I know where you should get it. cardkingdom.com. Give them a check out. They are at cardkingdom.com, as I said. But if you get there via my affiliate links, there you can find that in my panel down below, in the link from Hat there in chat, or in the YouTube notes. You're going to get there via my stream, and they're going to know that you found them from me. That helps keep me on the air. And if you need anything for your game, if you're looking for some pre-orders on the sweet new Commander stuff in the Commander booster set, that's all on pre-order now. Lots to find at Card Kingdom. And just as I always say, give them a chance to earn your business. Give them a chance to be the person, be the organization that you buy from. And when you do, you're going to be really pleased with the results. I always have been. Thank you for your support, Card Kingdom. Now let's hop into draft view, pay the $1,500 and get going. See how fast this fills up. Pretty fast. I'm also gonna start. Oops. Oh, weird. Looking at my spreadsheet right now, sorry. Format. Data. There we go. All right. Back to it in a second. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got an Inventors Fair in the rare slot. Probably not where we're starting. Yeah. This is a constructed card, not really where you want to start here in limited. This is real nice. Glimmer of Genius, monocolored card draw spell. Super solid. You also have Rogue Refiner. This got banned in Standard, right? It was real. This is a fine card. Look at all the things it does. And then Gearsmith, also incredible. The question is the power level of the gold cards worth the goldness when we can get just a Glimmer and be in pretty good shape? I'm going to take Glimmer and be open. The gold cards are better, but this goes in more decks. And then we can do something like take a Gifted Aetherborn and have it still play with Glimmer if we want. This is like a Vampire Nighthawk. Is that what it's called? Nighthawk. Nighthawk Scavenger is the new one. But anyway, this is like a grounded Nighthawk. Scrap Heap, also good, but can't block and is effectively a black card. I mean, you really do want to have that access to the ability. The rare is good, but I do think that just if you're black, you might as well be on Aetherborn or Die Young over the rare. Yeah, maybe it's not a blocking format, but I still... Maybe I could also look at removal. I mean, I got 18 seconds here. There's Hunt the Weak, which was decent in this format too. Thriving Rhino, also good. What should we do? But I'll take the Aetherborn. This card's so good. Fatal Push now rewarding me for the Aetherborn pick. Not as good as it is in Constructed. In Constructed, this is an all-star because things are dying. Like, you just need to sack a fetch land, and this is getting just about anything, right? Hunt the Weak also good here. But yeah, I don't see any reason not to take the Fatal Push. It's just not as good as it is in Modern or whatever, but it's still perfectly fine. We don't need to play the Glimmer. So far, it's looking like black is on the right track for us, but we don't need to marry the blue. On that front, we have a Die Young here, which is not the best ever, but I think it's worth taking here given our commitment to black so far and our desire to cut it. Like, if we take the Die Young, we're cutting black from this pack and really setting us up for a nice pack 2 better. Ether Thief is playable, but not better to me than Die Young, given the context of where we're at. No, you don't. What are you talking? This is clunky, -2, -2. And then if you do something else, great. But in and of itself, this gives, at sorcery speed, -2, -2 to target creature. That is fine. Totally fine. Subtle Strike continues on the path of playable black stuff, although, is there anything we should really consider? Yeah, not even really. I mean, Rallier is okay, but we're not close to it yet. Dawn Feather, also fine. But I don't think Dawn Feather, Malfunction, or like the Caller here, the Rallier here, are enough better than a Subtle Strike to justify anything moving off of black. Hindsight being what it is, it would be cool to swap this for the black-white uncommon, but the whole point of us taking this was that it is more flexible, right? We take an Ice over here. Sweatworks Brawler is not the worst. This is kind of the worst. You don't really want to run these. Weaponcraft Enthusiast is playable. This one. Is that what you mean? I don't see a weaponsmith. I think this is worth it. Yeah, we can take this. Weapon Crafter is fine. It's really only a 2/3 for 3 unless you're doing something with the servos, but it's nice to have that option. Live Fast is the clever pair with Die Young. They couldn't print one without the other, or else you lose that joke. These Sweatworks Brawlers are going around, and they're quite good. Kind of want a Brawler, but I suppose we can just take, yeah, we can take Live Fast, whatever. Good enough, right? Mono Black. Well, Live Fast also stays open, right? Because we know we're black. Life gain and energy there. Fortuitous Find. Creature and artifact. I mean, we don't have the artifacts to get back yet, but this is 3 mana. Grave Dig twice. Eddy Tail might be worth it. We're about to wheel. Yeah, this is enough. This is like card draw for black. We'll take it. And it keeps us basically mono black here with a possible glimmer. A glimmer of a glimmer. Propeller Pioneer is solid as well. I think we take Propeller Pioneer over Aether Tradewinds or Mind Rot or Fireforger's Puzzle Knot, but this can get some stuff too. I'm going to take Pioneer. If we end up in white, we'll be happy to have that. And look, Revoke Privileges still here. Sweatworks Brawler still here, but having taken the Pioneer, which I think is a fine card, and so is Revoke, kind of getting pointed towards white-black here. Of course, we sent somebody into it already with that Gearsmith, or the whatever it's called, the white-black gold signpost uncommon. Oh yeah, it is good for this deck. Sorry, I kind of glossed over that this is a black card, but this is fine. This could play. Yeah, Black Gear Hulk would be the ultimate rip given what we started. Mythic Black Bomb. I mean, if we're just asking for anything we want, might as well. We'll take the Vault Progress if nothing else. This didn't really do much in the format, though. All right. Not a Black Mythic, but this is a powerful card. This goes in cubes and stuff. We'll take that happily. When Gonti, Lord of Luxury, enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library, exile one of them face down, and put the rest in the bottom of that library in random order. You may look at and cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type. I want a Demolition as well. Straight up removal is nice, but this is good enough to take here. I don't know if Gonti is an auto win. You got to find something, but it's a guaranteed 2-for-1, and it like really annoys your opponent. People like, and understandably, right? It's really, I hate it when people cast stuff out of my deck. That's mine. Another Glimmer. We do have Hidden Stockpile, which is in the blue-white range here. It says, Revolt. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, create a servo, and you can sacrifice a creature to scry one. So you can just kind of keep it rotating through. I don't know if it's that good, though. I found it to be, you really need to set this up, and even then, your big payoff is going super wide. Glimmer, but Revoke and Propeller are signally. So we can take it. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't love it, though. I'm going to tell you right now. This I love, though, and this makes me think we're in the right place. This not bad either. But Responder is just great. I found that this didn't do much, but, you know, it's been a long time, and maybe we just experienced the format differently, but it just, when it gets going, it doesn't even feel like it's doing that much to me. Unless you're doing the, unless you're getting the go wide payoffs, then I see it. We can, at instant speed, wreck our opponent's board. This is pretty interesting. Make obsolete is not the easiest thing to use optimally, but it's pretty interesting. But we can just take, yeah, we can just take another Pioneer, though. You like Night Market Aeronaut? I like that on the wheel. This is whatever. I'm going to take this and try to wheel the obsolete, I think. Salvager? I don't know what Salvager we're talking about. Anyway, I took that. Subtle Strike. Prophetic Prism. Trophy Mage. Artifact for 3. We could go get a bug. Get a 3-drop to get a 3-drop. Prism. I tend to only play these when I really cared about artifacts or had 3 colors. I don't know if we're doing either of those, and I don't even like. No, the puzzle. This was not in my mind a playable card. I'm taking the Subtle Strike. Whirler Virtuoso is a reason to be in red-blue. We're not really there, though. I like maybe an Inspired Charge number 1 over Subtle Strike number 2, given what we're doing here. We do have a lot of servo stuff going on. If you're not doing something with the mana or something with the artifact, though, then Prism is just cycling, right? Oh, I already had a Soul Strike. Yes, you're right. Impeccable Timing versus Maulfist Squad. I think with the black removal available to us, we're going to go for the squad and leave the timing. Here's an aeronaut maybe we could get behind over another squad. But this is hard to make a 3-3. I might even just want another squad. I find this often is just a 2-2. Whereas this definitely... I'll split it up, though. I'll take the aeronaut, but I raise my eyebrow at it. I found that it was just okay. Charger. Want to charge? I guess our only other option is like the bat. I think this is so underwhelming. I'm going to take the charger. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't right. Built to last, though, over another aeronaut. Here's another bug we're probably not playing. Of PFAL. All right, so the aeronaut came back around anyway. Malfunction's still here. Is it possible we pivot back to blue? I tried to take the malfunction because I think it's more likely that we end up back in blue than we play that other aeronaut, but... Wow. Ooh, this is one of the better cards in the format, if I recall correctly. Only requires 1 to crew, and then you've got this 3/5 flyer, and it can even gain some life. What else we got? We're passing. Well, at least we're not having to pass any black removal. We're definitely taking this. And we're cutting Glimmer at this point. I think we're going to lean into the white-black. Expertise. All creatures. So we can take the... This is hurts us and hurts Oppo, but we're the ones to control it. I kind of like it. I mean, what else are we taking? We take a Fretwork Colony. That's a nice 2-drop. But I think, yeah, this is a pretty clean expertise. Let's just take it. Yeah, it is truly hurting both sides, right? Maybe us more against green, but I think you play it because of its unique impact. What is this? Fen Hauler. Might be able to get this out on the cheap given all the stuff we got going on. We're not doing that. We could do the Implement of Malice. Implement of Malice is a 2-for-1 of sorts. It's not super impressive. We could take Puzzle Knot, make Hauler. Yeah, we'll take Hauler and see. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna... Another Fatal Push. I think I actually just want Daring Demolition, actually, over Fatal Push number 2. I know this is very attractive because of its power in constructed formats, but we already have 1 Fatal Push for the early, and this gives us action against anything. Foundry Hornet would be nice on the wheel. Any Hat wants the push. What do y'all think? Help me out on Demolition versus push. I'm gonna take Demolition. That's my, like I said, I'm gonna go with my gut. You might be right, Hat, but we'll find out. Let's see. Artisan fine. Over another Hauler. That was a tough one. Knowing that we have another one, maybe I would go get the push and have 2 pushes and 1 demo, but I don't mind 2 demos either. This deck's coming together. I don't know exactly how good it's going to be, but I don't think we want we're never going to play 2 Fenhaulers if the one. Ridge Scale Tusker still being here is kind of absurd, and somebody's getting a green deck for the ages, I think, but we're going to take timing and not play it, though. I don't know. Yeah. Implement of Malice or Live Fast #2 or Eddy Tail. I guess we can take an Eddy Tail. Maybe we play it. I'm going to put it in the board, though, for now. I think we have so much going on, we don't really need medium cards anymore. Like, I think I'd rather have a Poisoner than an Eddy Tail in this deck, and we'll take this here. Die Young. Implement of Malice here, which I don't think we have the room for. A lot of cuts to make, which is a good thing. Probably not playing the Herald, for example. All right. Defiant Salvager. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Well, maybe we want this because it actually works with a hidden stockpile. Foundry Hornet. Oh, I know Foundry Hornet does something too. Maybe Foundry Hornet was the right play. I can't even remember what it does, but I at least know that the Salvager works with the stockpile. It's decent in this deck. Thanks. What did I pass? When it enters the battlefield, if you control a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it, creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. Okay, so it's tricksy, but not super powered or anything. I'm going to make some obvious, where I think are obvious cuts. Take a bathroom break and let you all figure out the rest of the cuts. Boy, what are the obvious cuts? I think Built to Last can probably go here. You don't like the Charger? I don't know. Yeah, if we cut the Charger, we definitely cut the Find, right? Yeah, 3 Subtle Strikes is not great. Probably even need to cut one more of Die Young or Subtle Strike. All right, I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to go like so. We're at 43, so we need 3 cuts, and here's your... We're at 13-13. Only 13 creatures, so probably want to find some spells to cut. Let's talk about that when I get back. Hey, gang. What do we decide? Night Market is meh. I don't want to cut any more creatures, though. If anything, one way to mitigate a low creature count is, to have the card draw, and we do have Live Fast to help with that a little bit. I do like cutting Inspired Charge, given our low creature count. And then I think we can give up a Die Young. And maybe, let's see, can't be blocked by... Are we really... How cheap are we making this thing? I know I really am troubled about cutting creatures. Maybe I want, like, cut Fenhall or add something dumb like Herald or Eddy. Or another Night Market Aeronaut. They're not great, but I don't know. Expertise is a non-bow, but it's kind of like saying Wrath of God is a non-bow. I mean, I guess Wrath of God is less of one in the sense that you can that there's no way for your opponent to have stuff that survives the Wrath and you don't in a typical format. And I can get that this might hurt us and not hurt our opponent enough, but I think it's a unique enough ability that I at least want to try it. We're going to give it a try and see how it works. I think it's good enough to run. And where does that leave us? The 4-mana 2/1? You mean the Pioneer? I mean, it's a flying 3/2, or do you mean yeah, I don't know what you mean, but this is not horrid, man. I don't know what you mean. You want to cut Harvester? No. 13 creatures is true in the sense of cards that create creatures, though. It's not necessarily about when you're counting creatures, it's not about how many individual creatures is my deck capable of putting on the battlefield. It's how many cards can I draw that make creatures. Yeah, Aggravated Cat and Jinx are you're not thinking about it how I'm thinking about it. It doesn't matter to me that a bunch of our creatures make more creatures. It matters to me that we have the right density of cards that draw the creatures to begin with. It matters somewhat because yes, you can that one that you manage to draw can create 2 bodies, but one of them being so small frequently means that it's not as impactful as that. Yeah, I agree. I kind of want to cut Hauler, but it does drop us to a mere 12 creatures, and I'm nervous about that. Why, Jinx? Congratulations, you got a 5-mana 5/5. Now what? It's a 5/5. Woot. Yes, it can't be blocked by artifact creatures, but it's not like... I don't know. I think this is not bad, but I don't think this is some important card for our situation. I'd rather have just something like this that is going to be is always going to be 4 and always going to do something. In fact, we can almost go... What if we went Night Market and then topped it at 4 and was a little greedy on this? We're also in Best of 1 where we can shave a land and feel like we're going to be a little bit more okay. But maybe we want to go... Got a lot more early black, but the white is right around the corner. So yeah, I'm going to try this. I'm going to be a little greedy and go 16. And it's a little greedy because we're heavy at 4. You know, I like to be lighter at 4 if I'm going to be 16, but yeah, I hear you, Jinx. I'm just going to be greedy because I'm being greedy. It may be correct to... It also helps me get to Playin. Get to Playin. Hauler can be a 4-drop, but not on 4. I guess if we get that 3-drop that spits out 2 servos or whatever. All right, let's see what we can do with this one. Free win? What's up, Flapjack? What's up? I guess neither of us have cards. Maybe this is Arena being persnickety. Not sure. Anybody experience this kind of slowdown? Or lack of game start? So should I be restarting here? Well, I'm going to restart. If we lose out on any value here, I'll just report it to Wizards, and they'll give me a fresh draft. So no worries. Yeah, let me give you a link. If you ever have issues with your game, contact via that link and let them know, and they'll generally take care of you. Sad situation here. We have none of our swamps. We do get Pillar Bug or Privileges. Narrow Keep, maybe? I'm going to keep. We'll find our swamp. Or things to do. Here's something else to do. Wouldn't mind a 2-drop that we could cast here. But a swamp will be a fine consolation prize from something to do on something to do on 2. In this case, a 3/3 trampler for 3, but that's still fine. Probably revoke it. Or I may just make an artisan and threaten it. Yeah, with a subtle strike, maybe we do drop artisan on 3/3. Although we do get the same block by splitting it up. We still threaten the block, but the subtle strike is a little different. Yeah, I'm with you, Jinx. We'll create a servo because it still represents the same block and actually gives us some different things we could do with like a subtle strike. This is one of the more busted cards in the format. Just so, look what's happening here. But we'll make this trade. Gotta. Well, we are looking to find something to, like, we can, what does this take? It only takes 1. We can go... It's got to be an enchant creature. Trouble is, it's still... We can revoke the snake, but to your point about why this isn't as good as it could be, it just leaves it on there to sit there and double up counters for Oppo. To the point that I'm not sure if that's what we're supposed to do here, although what else are we doing? Can't do anything to leave up Subtle Strike, but might be able to do something to set it up for next turn. Let's go like this and at least threaten Lifelink. Here, let me restart CBL. I don't know. Maybe they've. I don't think it's working for this set, but maybe they've refreshed it already. We'll see. Sometimes happens quick. Oh yeah, you were thinking that like revoking this would stop this from crewing. Unfortunately, it only takes one. Yeah, if this would stop it from crewing, I would have considered that. These were never very good. They just have you put too many 5-drops in your deck, but look like it's going to be okay for Flapjack Wars here. I do, Boris. Right-click on the file location, find the... because I have to do this too. Right-click on MTGA, and pick Properties. Under Properties, go Open File Location. In the file location, open the folder called MTGA Launcher. Run as admin didn't work for me. And then in the MTGA Launcher folder, launch the MTGA Launcher EXE. But MTGA Launcher, all one word, is kind of the thing you could look for. All right, sorry, Oppo. Let's do this. Let's go... I don't know what we do here. I guess we gotta... I'm actually gonna do this because we need to... we need to find an answer to the skiff, right? Or we're just kind of dead. All right, Poisoner, I'm going to throw out as a Death Toucher over holding up Subtle Strike. But now we're just dead. Did I have an out? I mean, like, I was looking for something to deal with that, right? And I just didn't find it, so now we're dead. Well, I don't like that skiff, but the certainly the Constrictor got us there. All right. I'm going to start on Poisoner, and maybe Poisoner with Subtle Strike can do some stuff. Yeah, handy. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter and sacrifice it, gains indestructible. Oh, I think we should just kill it. I'll trade here. Oh, because, right. Well, we traded for that. Sorry, I'm playing bad. That was dumb. It was all a trick to get him to invest in it so we could just revoke its privileges. No worries. I read some of the words on the card. Here we can just die young and hidden stockpile. That's fine. That didn't matter. I guess it, like, that was irrelevant. They just did that for style points almost. Yeah, that's not even that big a deal. Let's drop the artisan and split it, and then we have something to start stockpiling. So we can sack a servo now to scry at least. They do have white, so there's... Oh, we're going to keep that. There are worlds in which they get rid of this revoke privileges, and the partisan becomes trouble again. What is this about, do you think? They're not sending the 1-1s. They are sending the Rallier. Thing is, we could just wait till we have Subtle Strike available. We had a lot of life. I'm gonna say no blocks. We could Harvester now, and then Demolition. If we Demolition now, though, next turn we might find a land for Harvester Subtle Strike, and this thing has to die. But we almost want to let Oppo make it bigger before we kill it. Let it eat some salvos. Yeah, let's do Harvester Scry. I like that. Ooh, another one I'm going to keep, even though we could use a little more land. I'm not passing that. Only requires 1 to crew, which is what makes it so powerful. We just give up the Subtle Strike here. This is kind of what I want to see. Yeah, pile it on, pile it on, pile it on. Yeah, you're doing it now, Oppo. How could we beat that? They made it to 5 because that's the thing that would get through the Harvester. And was gonna play the responder. Now this thing is big enough, though. I'm just gonna demolish, and then. But let's fly first. Get some life back. And demolish. Yikes, that's probably good. 6 mana planeswalkers tend to be. Let's see. 4 mana, 4 loyalty, +2, reveal 3 cards, put all non-land permanent cards revealed this way into your hand. Exile target creature, we gain life equal to power, so it's got creature removal built in. Yikes, that seems good. But they can't remove our Harvester, so we do get to crack in with the Harvester almost no matter what.
Greater together. This is your moment.
And completely swung and missed. That's really unlucky for Oppo, honestly. We'll take that, though. Nice luck can come our way sometimes. That seems terrible. I don't know why you would attack in when you've got a Planeswalker to protect, but thank you. Keep playing lands. We are going to crew the Harvester. Attacking all attack. Oh, wait. There we go. What is it doing? Okay, there we go. Gain life or not. And for not gaining life, what are we holding the energy for? We do have live fast and die young. But I think we don't have anything in our hand to use it, so I might as well smoke them while we got them, right? I'm going to use it while the using is good.
Scar, another memory.
Oh, die young already used? Yeah, good point. Well, we have... oh, yeah, we only have one. We drafted 2, but only played 1. Yeah, we can keep that because our servo plan makes this a 3/3. Our stockpile. Oppo, I guess we already know what we're going to draw. I mean, the point, I could sack this to scry 1, but it doesn't matter, so I'm just going to let it go.
Let us regroup.
And we get to take out a Johnny, so all right, I'm in. All right. Plan in effect. No, the stockpile servo is at the beginning of your end step, not the next end step. Your end step. Look, I read a card, everybody. I read a card. We'll get some more life, sure.
We must regroup.
Still want to cut this Harvester, Jinx? So good. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Almost did in the wrong order. Ooh, Demolition's nice. Jinx, if you're saying cut this, you're just being obstinate. Come on. willing to offer the artisan here for the rallier. I don't know, maybe they're... but I don't know, we're racing fine too. Like, whatever. Should we just take this and... I'm going to take it. I think if they want to race, we're in a good spot, especially knowing we have daring demolition. Whatever they play here, we get to demolish. Ah, they were trying to get us to give up that... make the trade so that this could be a 3-3. Don't even need to demolish it yet. I like continuing with our plan of crew. And swing. Everything. Because we're going to get some life here. And all these blocks, that's fine too. Then we don't have to use demolish on it. And we don't even need to sack a servo. We can just get another servo. And I like salvager here over demolition anything. Oh yeah, I forgot to gain life. Oops, I meant to. But if we don't lose this, and we only have 1 more energy, so at some point we'll gain 3 more life unless this dies right now. So yeah, we can go end turn. Free servo. Still sending. And I'm still taking. It's doing its thing here, but I don't know. I guess I just beat this card so many times in the previous incarnation. I'm not saying it doesn't do anything. I'm just saying it's not some crazy bomb, and it takes a lot. You got to have the deck for it. I've seen decks that run this out there, and they don't have anything good. They don't have anything to sacrifice. It's tough to get rolling. It can be tough to get rolling, but it's in the right deck here. It's definitely in the right deck here. All right, we got our own pillar bug. But I think we just get rid of their own lifelinker. I'll remember to lifelink this time, and we crack in for so much damage, it's going to be pretty hard for them. I'll remember lifelink, I promise. Watch, because I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to do it right now before I forget. Alright, there's our first win with the deck. Let's play one more, and then I'm going to call it a stream, okay, gang? Yeah, I guess, like, the thing with the 1 mana scry 1 every turn, I just feel like, man, I was able, like, this format could be so aggressive. I felt like I just was able to run over the black-white enchantment when it was played early against me. So it's range of outcomes that get me to be medium on it, even though it's not medium when it's working in our deck. Well, no white yet, but no need for white yet. I'm going to keep it. We don't have a 2-drop really, though, but we can kill anything they do early ourselves. Swamps are the worst draw in our deck right now, so of course we found one. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and trade 2 mana and a card for 2 mana and a card. No problem. Thank you, Hat. I will look into it some more. First impressions of the format are that it just reminds me of playing Aether Revolt Kaladesh Draft. I'm gonna go wide. There's our Harvester. Nice. I'm gonna... We could wait and do a squad here. First. I think I'm gonna do squad first. Use all my mana. And if they have removal, maybe they'll use it up before we harvest. Radiant is new to this stuff. Pretty fiddly format. A lot of moment-to-moment decisions. The fact that the load-bearing mechanic of Fabricate is on so many things and creates a decision every time. There's a lot of decision-making in this. And what do we care about? Like, I kind of just want to trade for stuff. But Subtle Strike could surprise them pretty good, too. I think I'm going to say no blocks, and we'll send in the Malthus squad and see if we can do a Subtle Strike that blows them out. No, they're just going to take it. That's fine. Then we'll play our Harvester and still have the Subtle Strike plan. Have they read this card? What am I missing? All right. We can even go here, and we can even block here and Subtle Strike our way to winning combat here. And I think I will. It uses our Subtle Strike, although we could get a Subtle Strike on the Harvester and it would do get more lifelink, so there is that. But I feel like Subtle Strike and a servo, and keeping a servo alive is still fine. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'll gain life. We have more coming. Whoa, nice. That's good too. I like a live fast first, though. I'm gonna live fast and leave the 2 swamps for the Aetherborn. Found a plains anyway. Could go Salvager over, or Peel-a-Bug over Aetherborn, but this threatens this Mastodon, so we're going to drop the Aetherborn and crew up our Harvester here, like so. Yeah, it's possible some people are fresh to the crew mechanic, and Oppo made a mistake on that front. Pendulum of Patterns. What the heck is this? Oh, that's a lot of wheel spinning, but yeah, you can proliferate energy. It's cool. Proliferate is one of my favorite mechanics because of how flexible it is. Another Subtle Strike. Now, if we send in the 3-1 and they double block with 3-3 and 1-1, we kill the 1-1, trade with the Brawler, and put a counter on the Harvester. Yeah, energy is a counter. A counter on the player. I'm going to send in the Maul Fist Squad. If they use the Mastodon to block, the Subtle Strike allows the Maul Fist Squad and Subtle Strike to trade for the Mastodon. It's a 2-for-1, but it gets their hugest creature off the battlefield, and they've got one card left. So even though the worst case scenario is a 2-for-1 against us, it does still take out their best creature, and that makes it worth it for me to send in here with both Harvester and Squad. And by doing that, we can go Subtle Strike and... let's see, we can... I mean, I can save this. I guess I'm supposed to save the Squad. Maybe I don't care about the Subtle Strike. Maybe we just accept that trade. Huh. Hasn't been redeemed yet today. Good question. I guess Etherborn. Yeah, I could have done Etherborn. We can leave this back. One thing that this does is leaves this back on D, and we can still have the same Subtle Strike play. In fact, I think I am just going to accept the Squad, taking out the tokens there, and I'm going to get some life back. They can have the Squad. And we'll go Bug. And then we can have Activate Bug with Subtle Strike up. Could also just Salvager and sack a token. And I'm going to do Bug. So now I'm going to crew. Oh, we don't have 7. If we had 7 mana, we could guarantee a 1/1 here, counter on it. But let's try anyway. And basically, if you think of Subtle Strike as -2/-2, we can send in the... Yeah, I like sending in basically... the Etherborn and the Harvester here. And they're doing that. Okay. This is cool because we get to shrink the Brawler, but put the counter on our Harvester instead of the Griff, and we still get everything we want out of it. I'm going to go with the Salvager and Pillar Bug activation over 2/2 Flyer. Although 2/2 Flyer does add to the air, but it doesn't change the clock all that much, does it? It doesn't change the clock if we play it this turn or next turn, so I'm going to play the Salvager, and then we can at least make sure that this is a 3-3 next turn. And we may just have enough tools to go wide and get the 10 in. All right, they found something for our harvester finally, but it's going to be maybe a little late. And here we get to send in everything. They're going to eat something, but then that gives us a 3-3 flyer that should help us finish the job from here. And that's one of the problems of crews, is like it takes a creature to use it, so they don't even get an extra blocker out of that vehicle. Maybe I'm just supposed to gang block this and kill it, and then we might have a crackback. I think we're just good to crack back the other way, though. Plan A still seems great to me. We have the mana, may as well get some more life. Doesn't really matter too much in the context of this game, but we'll take it. And really put them in a tough spot. I don't know, I guess they need a sweeper. There are sweepers. Heck, we have one. And this is an interesting spot. This is a place where if we drew that rare sweeper of ours, it would do nothing against opponent and completely wipe our board. Crewing is instant speed. And there we go. Yeah, that's true. Maybe we played into possible sweepers when we didn't need to there. That's fair. True. True is doing the correct thing, which is to think about how you can possibly lose from a super strong position and then play around that loss, because you should be strong enough to win anyway, and then you've eliminated one possible path to loss from the possibilities. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 is what my clock says. I think I'm going to put this one on pause. I'm going to see if there's a raid captain. Is it a Little Drummer Boy take? I'll check that out, Radianware. I haven't looked yet, but since I mentioned that I liked that classic yesterday. Yeah, Phil with Fundip is getting your question answered, but yes, attacking and blocking are things that are all done at once. So once you've declared any blockers, you're not going to have a chance to declare more blockers. You got it, Timber? Looks like we're raiding Semilin. Let's set that up here. Get the raid going while I start to say farewell to our friends on YouTube for now. That was a fun start. Figure we'll finish that one up. Probably maybe after the chat gauntlet draft tomorrow, we'll finish this one up. Sound good? And that probably means this is coming to you after the chat gauntlet. I'll put part 2 up over the weekend, I bet. So let's jump on board for a nice raid to Semilin, and we'll catch you all tomorrow for more draft action. We're going to do Kaladesh with the crew here on Gauntlet Day, and then see how that goes. See if I can preserve my hair and gems for one more week. Yikes. All right. Bye, YouTube friends.